Good morning, everybody. How are we all this morning? Hope every day's well, and I hope you're all coping well with the change in the situation here. I want to take 5 minutes to talk about self-care and how important it is. I've actually wrote notes this time because I forget what I want to write, and then I remember something when I'm out and forget again. I want to touch on the fact that for women, self-care is quite it's really important, but it also tends to take a back seat. Women are socialised to care for other people, and because of this, they tend to forget and minimise their need for self care. They tend to kind of deny themselves, I was going to do 5 minutes here, and that 5 minutes turns into 2 minutes, and before you know it, you've got something else to do, and you've forgot, and you've not got the time to do it. And it is really important, and women, especially mothers, need to address that. They need to deal with that. You can't pour for an empty teapot. You need to understand your own need for support and nurturing while you're giving it out to everybody else. Again, you can't pour for an empty teapot, so if you're wanting to provide that for somebody else, you have to have enough of it here. The thing is as well, when you don't, it leads to anger. You end up feeling irritated and angry, and you feel this kind of resentment because you're not looking after yourself. And I don't know about yous, but if you find yourself going, oh my goodness, I just want 5 minutes, just give me 5 minutes, like when you're stressed out, it's your responsibility to take that 5 minutes. Give yourself that time, give yourself that, see, before you get up in the morning as well, that this is for everybody, this isn't just for the females out there and the women in general. With the self-care, a lot of people put off things like this, is like coming down into procrastination here. Putting things off as much as it's working for you at that point in time, you need to think about being kind to yourself in the future. So if you're putting it off the now, that's only going to double the problem in about a week. So you have to think about this. You have to think about, like, I know I'm putting it off, I don't want to deal with it, right? Well, that's just you're bottling it up, and later down the line, that's going to explode, and it's going to be a massive problem. So, you need to be kind to yourself and address it at the time, as hard as it can be. And, there's a lot of people dealing with debt and stuff now as well, so you can avoid the letters coming through, and you don't want to have to phone up these companies, and it is stressful. And I mean, it hurts you because you think, oh my God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get by? How am I going to deal with this? Talk to people. I used to date myself. I used to avoid all the letters coming through, and now I don't, because it makes me feel so much better when it was a weight lifted. And I know that now with a lot of people struggling to pay bills, and a lot of people have lost their jobs, daily bills are so difficult to just cover. Plus live, I know a lot of people aren't getting to get out and they're not getting to do things, but you need to entertain yourself in some way, especially when you've got a house full of kids. Money, it doesn't grow on trees, and it is a struggle, but you're not the only person struggling. Please understand that. You need to try and talk to people. I mean, I know some companies are understanding, but some aren't. So, you need to kind of clear it up. Don't keep putting it off. Procrastination doesn't help anybody, not in the long run. You need to be kind to your future self. You need to not give yourself this problem, which is going to be worse down the line. So deal with it, guys. Need to take my own advice there as well, to an extent. So also in the morning, I'm reading my notes here. In the morning, when you get up, if you can do yoga, try. It's not as difficult as what folk think. It's amazing. It's such an amazing activity we're doing, especially for self-care. But I'm not saying get out there and get your yoga on. But if you can do it, stretch it. When you get up in the morning, have a good stretch. from head to toe, stretch out as much as you can. Take a few deep breaths, prepare yourself, you know, that deep breath where it comes right in and you feel it right down to your toes, and let it all out and do it again. Do it 3-4 times. Take a drink of water. The first thing that should be getting into your system in the morning is a drink of water. More so because it helps you internally. It helps everything move, it helps everything function. It's water. It's good for you, guys. And plus it's healthier for your head, like, you know, your brain. It just, all these wee things matter. That wee glass of water in the morning, it makes a difference to your day. It starts you up. Have your coffee after it if you need to. Have your tea after it. When you're having your water or your coffee, go through what your intentions are for that day. Go through what your tasks are. Are your tasks realistic at the time that you have? You know, like, don't mount everything on and then you've not got the time to do it. Try not to be on your phone as much. Try to, you know, you can spend 3 hours on Facebook. Put the phone down. Just put the phone down. You get so sucked into comments, arguments, and again, I touched on that before, arguments that you don't need to be into. It's just people venting and they're struggling with their emotions, they're struggling with their feelings, so they vent it and people get sucked into it and you end up with this whole negative cloud over you and it ruins your whole day. So put the phone down. Try to avoid your phone in the morning unless you're checking the time or the weather. Go over your intentions. Go over your intentions. Go over the realistic of the time scale that I've got, the realistic of the finances that I've got. How am I going to work this? Is there a better way I can do it? Do I need some help? Am I going to struggle trying to do this on my own? Again, am I being realistic? So, you know, think about this. And then maybe give yourself some affirmations for the day. You know, that you're enough. I am enough. Give yourself that. Give yourself that every day. Like, that should be something you should say to yourself every day. Remember, you've got the power to change your situation. You're in control of your situation. And if you're sitting there wondering what is going on, I can't deal with this, I can't change that, I'm very good. You know, like, take what you need to learn for that situation. Take the lesson that you need to know. Like, is there something that you need to learn? Is there something that should be jumping out at you? Something that it's important for you to learn this lesson in this situation? Or, I mean, is this situation going to take you down a completely different path? These are things that you need to accept and you need to think about. You could try, I am calm, I am capable. I'm capable of my day, I'm capable of my tasks that I've put in front of me, and I'm capable of completing them. You're allowed to make mistakes, guys. You're so allowed to make mistakes, because that is how we learn. You can't. I find I'm more that kind of person. I learn from my own mistakes. I'm not going to learn from somebody else's mistakes. I need to do that damage myself. I know there's a lot of people out there the same. Like I do. I'll take what you said on board, but I need to make that mistake myself. And a lot of people are the same, and that is okay. That is great, and it's great to get up and no feel good. You know, we all have to go through that wee phase. We all have that wee meltdown. We all have that point where we need to force ourselves out of bed, and we need to force ourselves to get up and get ready. And like, some mornings you just don't want to, and you just want to stay in your jammies all day. That's fine. That is fine, unless you have to go to work, then it's not so much. But if you've not got work to go to, then that is fine. Stay in your jammies. Have that day to yourself. Have that time. It's all right, just as long as you try not to get sucked into that being your day every day. I tended to stay in my jammies as much as possible, but I would still get up and get ready and go to work. Recently now, I've started forcing myself to get out more often and put clothes on, you know. Excuse me, we're washing. But I wanted to just lounge about, you know, and I know a lot of people are the same, but guys, it's okay not to be okay. But speak to somebody, talk to somebody, feel better about yourself, have your daily affirmations, tell yourself you can do it, and you can do it. Have a nice day, guys. Take care. I hope this helps. Bye.